Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Deanne Scanlon Show presented by Option 1 Credit Union. I'm DJ Foster, as always, joined by Grand Valley State head coach Deanne Scanlon. Coach, you had a tough weekend this past week at the GLIAC GLVC crossover, the 4th annual crossover. You went 0-3, but you led all three matches at least 1-0. On Friday, you took on Missouri S&T in the first match. Again, you led 1-0, and then Missouri S&T came back to win 3-1. You outblocked them 10-3. You did some good things, but ultimately fell on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Talk about that match a little bit.
Yeah, to open up against S&T, they were the number 4 seed coming in, so we felt it was probably going to be one of our tougher matches of the weekend. Felt good about getting out ahead of them, and just basically weren't able to sustain our level of play. We suffered an injury mid-match. So we had to switch our lineup mid-match. Actually, we had to go with 3 different lineups for every single match that we played this weekend due to some things that happened. But you know what? I thought our kids battled. Not the end results that we wanted, but we're back in the gym just trying to get better and focus in on the 2 GLIAC teams we have coming in this weekend.
Friday night, you had 2 matches on Friday. You played Bellarmine on Friday night.
Yep.
You won the first at 25-15. You looked good. You ended up losing that match as well, 3-1. A couple good performances, though. Abby Aiken had a double-double. She had 16 digs, 15 kills. And Abby Evils played very well that match with 12 kills without an error, and she had 7 blocks total. So let's just talk about the Bellarmine match.
Yeah, I feel that it was a good breakout weekend for Abby Evils, sophomore, and she's kind of this is her first opportunity to really get a lot of playing time, and she's broken into the starting lineup, and for her to put those numbers up, and she just kind of played with an air of confidence in her abilities the whole weekend. So that was a really big bright side, and if she can continue that, that's really going to help us down the stretch. Bellarmine's a tough team for us to play at this point because they're one of those teams that doesn't make a lot of errors, and when we had to go with some lineup changes and we were not very deep and not really able to make many adjustments at that point, it was a tough battle for us.
On Saturday, you met up with Lewis for the 3rd straight year at this tournament. It's always good matches with you guys when you and Lewis meet up. They're ranked number 21 in the country, but you jumped out on them 2-0 in 2 very decisive sets in your favor, and then they came back to win the next 2. Then you went into a 5th set for the 3rd straight year with Lewis, and they ended up just having a little too much at the end to win 16-14. Just talk about how tough that was. It's kind of the tough way to end the weekend, but you guys played hard, and you just fell 2 points short.
Yeah, exactly. It's always, you always wonder after having those 2 losses the day before how your team is going to show up the next day. And like I said, Lewis Grand Valley is starting to become a really big rivalry, and our kids really stepped up and came out with a lot of injury. Like I said, we got off to a great start, and suffered another mid-match injury that kind of sent us reeling a little bit. And we had our chances in Game 5 to close it out, and basically just made too many errors down the stretch. And Lewis was playing pretty much error-free at that point. So.
Right. And that's hard to overcome when they're hitting the ball as well as they were. You went 0-3, but there were some bright bright spots throughout the weekend. Do you take anything positive you able to take away from the weekend?
Like I said, I think the emergence of Abby Evils, I thought played a great game. I also thought that the kids, we just kind of adjusted to what was ever thrown at us. I don't think we really went into a panic mode when this person was out of the lineup or we had to throw this person in. They weren't ideal situations, but I felt that our kids didn't use as an excuse for losing. Like I said, I thought for the most part we competed, we battled. And, I told the kids, I don't know when all this is going to pay off, hopefully sometime soon. Right. But they just, if they keep coming out with that kind of attitude and keep competing, then, good things are going to happen.
You're back home in the Fieldhouse Arena for your final 2 regular season home matches of the year. You have Michigan Tech on Friday night, which is Laker Blue Night. You guys will wear your blue jerseys. You can get your blue gear at louislockerroom.com if you don't have it. But that'll be a fun little promotion for you guys, kind of pack the house a little bit. And then you have Northern Michigan on Saturday. They're always tough. You had a tough 5-set, I believe, with them earlier in the year at their place. And that is senior day for you, so some couple things going on this weekend. Just talk about the weekend ahead you have here at home.
Yeah, it's really our last home weekend. And, Northern Michigan is one of those top teams in the conference. I think we're a better team than what we were. We played them first time through. We're running a 5-1 versus a 6-2. So I'm interested to see us compete against them. Michigan Tech's kind of having a down year, but at this point we really can't take anybody for granted. We've got to come out, and I want us to execute well against Michigan Tech, so we have kind of a good feeling going into Saturday, and just come out and compete against Northern Michigan.
Well, we wish you the best of luck this weekend. It'll be good to see you at home again, and hopefully you can get a couple victories.
Great. All right. Thanks, DJ.
Thank you. And thank you for watching the Deanne Scanlon Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.